Welcome back, everyone. This is day 3 of week 1 of web fundamentals. We're going to be working on our morning algorithm for the first hour, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. So yesterday I realized some of our groups moved on to week 1, day 3. That's all right. We're going to work on this anyway because not all of our groups moved on. So if you did this yesterday, just feel free to do it again today. And if I see that your group finishes this one, I'll move you on to the next days. All right. And we're gonna try to get to finish week 1, day 5s before that day anyway. So this is what we'll be working on. I'll be sending this link out in the chat so you guys can grab a hold of this. I'll break you guys into groups. I'll check in on you guys, and if I see that you finished way ahead of time, I'll give you guys another algorithm. Okay, so you guys have the page, the link. I'm going to break you guys into groups now. Any questions about what we're doing? Same as yesterday morning. Okay, so let me go ahead and stop the share, pause the recording. Okay, we're back. Let's go ahead and present some of our solutions. So who'd like to present first?
I can go first.
Okay, thank you, Richard.
So I got it written down on my notepad and pen here. But do you want to? I can share my screen, I guess, if you want to annotate it.
Sure.
Or I mean, can I annotate my own screen?
Yes.
Oh, I can't. Look at that. Ooh. Oh, we got. Oh, there's a whole bunch of tools.
Yeah, I've been telling you guys can use them.
Oh, uh-oh. How do I clear? Oh, clear all drawings. Okay, here we go. Cool. Let me draw. We're getting fancy with it here. Uh-oh. Cool. Okay, so it starts out, as you can see at the very top, var x equals 5, so x equals 5. And then we have a function that isn't called, so we just ignored that. And then, we can do constant. So we have console log of x, which is currently 5, so we'll do that. Boom. So now we're actually calling the function and putting 15 in as the new value. And then we can see where here it is, x is now the new value. So x is now, can I do, boom, cross that off, text. So now this is 15. And then, so x is now 15, and then we console log x, which is now 15, so then 15.
Nicely done.
That's it.
Awesome. And then the last line, console log x. Nice.
Yeah. I guess there should probably be a comma after the 5. I apologize there.
Nicely done. And we're starting on week 1, day 4. Okay, I just noticed we're doing day 4s. Okay, so let's do this.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We'll work through day 4s and then we'll go back to day 3s. Okay, so by the way, everyone, if you finish day 3 early, I had you go to day 4, so it's all right. Let's move on to the next one of day 4s. Thank you, Richard.
Josh, I got a different answer than that.
Oh, okay. Let's double check this one. All right, so what do we have here? Let's var x equals 5. So we start with that. That's correct. Then we have function set x. Okay, that exists. And so we move on and then we console log x. So we had a console log 5 so far. I think that's good. So and then we say set x equals 15. So the value of 15 gets passed to new value. And then we say x equals new value. So x then equals 15. And when we console log x, the question is, does it console log 5 or 15? So what did you get, Eric?
I got console log 5, 5, because it did not return the value in the function. So it stays variable x equals 5.
Right. Yeah, I pretty sure actually that is correct. That should be correct. So let me see here. The way we could do it is running it in our Visual Studio. So let's test that out. But I think that's the correct answer. So let me just double check the script on JS. Okay. Let's write this one out. Just copy it. Just copy it.
Okay. Oh no.
In file script.js. Oh no, you're searching for a file. So let's cancel out of this. Let's click that create new file button at the top left.
I'm creating the file.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, it's just trying to find somewhere to put it. It's right on my desktop.
Okay. So, there it is. All right. All right, and let's run it.
Why do we do that again?
Yeah, right there. Run code at the very top after you save it. Hit it again. Just run it again after you save it.
Is it in the terminal?
Yeah, Command S.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, 5:15. All right, so let's look at the code again. We have X being set a new value in the function. So X is controlling the variable that exists outside the function. So we are changing it to 15. So Richard's answer is correct. Right? This is a question about scope, and you guys are not given a lesson on this yet, but the question is, does the function affect the variable outside of it? And in this case, yes.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm on Eric's side now that he explained that. So
yeah, let's look at the output. The output confirms your answer, 5 and 15.
Right, but it not having the return,
the return gives a value to the function. So in order to get that value, in order to what you're asking for is to return the value of the function itself. Yeah, you're console logging.
So if I did this is going to say nothing, right?
If you console, well, I think I need to see that in a bigger font there. Console log set X. And so you're not, yeah, you have to invoke the function with the parentheses for it to work at all.
Okay.
So, yeah, even if you put the parentheses in there and you're giving a value, you're not going to return, you're not going to console log the value of the function itself because the function doesn't have a return.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, but the X is still assigning the value. The function is still assigning the value of X to the new value 15. So the function is touching the variable that exists outside of it. Even though it doesn't have a return, you're still affecting that variable. So when you console log X, you're console logging the variable after it's been changed.
Okay.
Does that make sense, Eric?
It's just because if the variable X equals 5 was inside the function, then it would be 5, 5. But if it's out, the variable X is outside of it, it changes to 15.
Yeah, let's put var X inside the function just to see that. Let's put var X inside the function. Clear my drawings. Christian, you have your hand raised.
Oh,
I was gonna ask if so like the function can affect things outside of the function.
Yes.
Can that work the other way around or no?
Can things outside of the function affect things
like
inside
can things outside the function call things inside the function then? No, or
so let's think of an instance for that. Let's see this first and then answer that one. Okay, so run this one. And you see here, when you try to run this and you're console logging X, it doesn't have access to the scope of X. It doesn't know where X is existing because it's inside the function. If that console log X was inside the function and then you run the function, then you'd see something. That console log would trigger because that X would be available to it within the scope that it's in. Okay, so Christian, does that kind of answer your question? Do things outside the function affect the things in the function? Let's write on line 7, for example, on line 7, let's change the value of X to no, not var X. Let's just write X equals 6. How about let's just change it to 6. Okay. And so we want to see what will happen if we say X equals 6. Well, what's going on here is that we are recognizing the X outside of the function. We're not console logging the X inside of the function on line 8. We're console logging the X that we just created on line 7. Okay, we're running out of time, so let's not tinker with this too much in depth. I'll leave this to you guys to play with. This is having to deal with the subject of scope. Okay, how do the scopes in JavaScript, how far do they reach? How do variables and functions affect each other? So Christian, to answer your question, do things outside of the function affect things inside the function? No. Okay, we'll just go with no. It's different, right? So it can reach outside, but it can't reach in. All right, so let's move on to the next question. Who would like to present day 4's second question? Okay, we're running low on time, so we'll have someone volunteer. Richard, you want to share your answer for the second one?
Yeah, just a second. I just closed the tab. Let's see.
Wait, are we still doing day 4 or?
Yeah, we moved on. We moved from day 3 to day 4. We're going to go back to day 3 after this because Richard started us on day 4. All right.
Yeah,
So we're just doing day 4s because most of us moved on to here. Okay. Look, we'll skip the palindrome though. Okay. So return of return. Let's look at this one. Okay. So we start with the variable X.
X equals
equal
5.
Yes.
So up here, straight away we're console logging X. So 5. So var result equals this function with -10. So in here we have amount equals -10. Oh, there you go. So now return X plus amount. So 5 plus -10 is -5. So let's see. Where is that's now -5. Well,
So the function itself is equal to -5 now. The function itself adds X.
yeah.
So let's add that to the bottom of our T diagram. Add to X, parentheses. We have that to be -5.
So wouldn't the result equal -5 too then?
Exactly. So then that gets passed there. So
And
then
then we have console log the result, which is -5, and then console log x, which is 5 and hasn't been changed.
There we
So
go.
console would be 5, -5, 5.
Awesome. Nicely done. Okay, we'll skip this palindrome one. Let's move to week 1, day 3.
One quick question about that one, Josh. Does it
Yes.
print hello there in between console log X? Because
It
console
does.
log.
Good question. It does not. That's there to trip you up because
Okay.
as soon as you hit the return, you
Oh, right.
fail.
It ends. It
You
ends.
exit.
Right.
So that console log there is there just to test you. Hey, is that actually going to run at all? And it's not. Okay, that console log hello there will not trigger after it's set after the return. Okay, awesome. Good question. Let's move on to week 1, day 3. Who'd like to present for that one? First question.
You can present.
Okay, thank you, Daisy. All right.
Okay, so first we listed our variables, which is going to be these here at the top. So we have for is sunny, it's true, for temperature 45, and for raining, false. Oh, I forgot one. I forgot what to bring. But this one should go on there too.
We can
So-
write that in now, right? We can just write that in. What to bring, I should bring, and your T diagram. Okay. All right, so then let's continue. You have the what to bring, and then what's the next line?
So then we go into our if statements. So if is sunny, we have that is true, then we should add sunglasses to the what to bring. So here you would start adding to the statement, sunglasses. And then the next if statement, if the temperature is less than 50 degrees, add a coat to the what to bring value, which it is, it's 45. So, nope. And then the next if statement is if it's raining, add an umbrella to what to bring. It's raining is that false, so we're not gonna add an umbrella. And then the last one, add what to bring, add a smile to it.
Awesome.
And then just console log what the final value of what to bring is, which is I should bring sunglasses, a coat, and a smile.
Awesome. Nicely done. I just want to point out one thing here, and my mouse just died, so I'm to use my trackpad. Okay. This right here. If is sunny. So, and look this one here. If is raining. When we see a variable within a condition like that, an if statement's condition just by itself in the parentheses, when we see it by itself, what it's asking is if is sunny is equal to true. So when it's alone by itself, it's asking if that variable's value is true. And those are either true or false here. So this one is true. So is sunny was true. So we entered this one. And is raining is false. So what it's asking when the variable is by itself inside the parentheses of a conditional statement, it's asking if the value of that variable is true or not. So just that's what I want you guys to note. Okay. That's it for that one. Thank you, Daisy. Let's move on to question 2. Who'd like to volunteer for question 2?
I can go real quick.
Okay, thank you, Laura.
1 sec. Okay, so for this one, it's prepare for down count. If it's just a for loop, so we start I is equal to 10, and then we go into the loop. If 10 is 10 greater than 0, it is. If 10 is 10 not equal to 2, it is not equal to 2, so we log I, console log I, which is 10. But then we go back into the loop, decrement by 1, I now becomes 9, go back in, print is 9 is not equal to 2, so we log I, and it kind of loops through this until it becomes equal to 2. So this if actually comes out as false. So they moves down to the next line. So it prints ignition. So here at 2, instead of saying 2 here, it prints ignition. And then it goes back into the loop to finish. It goes back down to 1. 1 is not equal to do logs 1. Eventually becomes 0. 0 is not 0 is not greater than 0. Goes down to the final console log, which says liftoff.
Nice. Nicely done. Any questions for Lara's group? I saw most of us had the same result there. So great job. And for the last question, I'd like to present. I'm going to pick on a group here. Darius, would you like to present with your group?
Darius was with me.
Oh, Darius. Okay. Whoops, got the groups mixed up. What about, let's see here. Anthony.
All right, let me share my screen real quick. All right, so we have the count positives. Have that. We have our variable of 0 and our variable of the numbers in the array.
Mhm.
And so we just have to write a loop for this, and that is over here. I wrote it in trace. We have our for var I equals 0. I is less than array dot length I plus plus. If array I, which is 0 right now, is greater than 0, count positives goes up by 1.
Okay.
And it loops through that until we get 4 positive counts. And then the loop terminates, and we console log there are count positives 4 positive values.
Okay. Can I take a look at this for a second? That numbers array doesn't look like it's being see how when you hover over the var numbers there?
Oh yeah, so originally I had it in here and I wrote a function for it so it would run in here.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I just rewrote the loop back in here since I deleted the tab.
Okay, so you just have to rewrite that function in there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we're running low on time, so otherwise I'd have you write it in right now. But thank you. Anyone have any questions for Anthony's group? Anthony's group has yet to fully complete it. Would have to write a function to receive that numbers array, right? Because right now this for loop.
Real quick.
Yeah, let's do that right now. Yeah, well we have a minute. So this function has to receive that numbers array. So that numbers array, let's write the start of the function on line below line 6.
Below line 6.
Yeah, so you wrote it on line 2. Let's just cut it from line 2 and paste it on line 6.
Okay.
We are. Okay.
We'll call the function.
Let's delete it from line 2 as well.
Okay.
And you see how you wrote on line 7 R within the parentheses, you want to receive the same array. So you should put in numbers there. Or we actually need to call this function with the numbers array in the function call. So where does the function end? It ends on
15.
Yeah, so on, okay, so on 16, let's call the function positive. And then in there, yeah, numbers, and now it gets passed through. And actually, oh, no, you're right. Let's on, I made a mistake. So on line 7, instead of numbers, let's put in R, so that the R dot length means something. There we are.
Okay.
Okay, now let's run it. Okay. All right, so we have our array function call. We start iterating through, and for every positive number, we're adding to count positives. Once we finish this for loop, we should get our console log with the total value at the end. Okay, nicely done. We have 4 positive values. Perfect. Okay, so that will wrap up our morning algo session. We need to take a small break before we start our next lecture. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to stop the recording, and we'll go ahead and set a timer for us to take a break for next lecture.